Is this the greatest compilation album of all time? 100% hits, the best of 96. You'd think by this point in the compilation album that maybe you'd want something different, something cool, maybe a little something, a bit like this.
Just a little bit, a little bit more.
Yes, track 6 on this amazing compilation album is Gina G's Ohh Ahhh Just a Little Bit, a song with an interesting bit of musical history. Ohh Ahhh was the first time I ever recognized what Eurodance was, and maybe even what dance music was in the first place. It has such an iconic melody to kick off this track, this boop, 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 boop. It just makes you want to get up and dance. Originally written by Simon Tauber and that melody composed by Stephen Rodway. Rodway had gotten his start as a singer and drummer before becoming a keyboardist for Billy Ocean of all people. In the early 90s, Rodway, as Motivate, was doing remixes of Common People, as well as Disco 2000, and of course track 1, which we've already mentioned, Wannabe. Then in 1995, Rowdy met former DJ and singer Gina G, aka Gina Mary Gardner. Gina had moved to the UK from Melbourne, Australia, and had met with Tauber and Rodway while she was trying to get her foot in the door in terms of pop music. They began talking about making a song together. However, the two had already submitted what was a very early version of Ohh Ahhh to Warner's, but had yet to hear anything back. Gina and the boys were very, very unsure of what they wanted to do next, but then Gina found the demo discarded in a cardboard box at their office and asked to listen to it. She absolutely loved it and asked to re-record it, but she just wanted to keep the first line of the chorus, the phrase Ohh Ahhh just a little bit, Ohh Ahhh a little bit more. The song was eventually released in the United Kingdom on March 25th, 1996, and began gaining a lot of traction in the club scene, but was eventually entered into the Great British Song Contest. Yes, that's the real name of this contest, aka the way that the UK used to pick their Eurovision entry back in 1996. The song eventually won to represent the United Kingdom, and just a few months later in May, they ended up coming 8th during the 1996 Eurovision Song Contest. So good for the boys and also Gina G. One of my favorite things about Eurovision in general is that because of the nature of Eurovision and how they really do appreciate music and instrumentation and the artists, is that based on the competition rules, every instrument used in the song must appear on stage. But since the song was just made on a computer, pretty new innovation for music at the time, 2 Apple Macs were just set up on the stage for Gina G and 2 other dancers while Tauber and Rodway accompanied them on synths in the background. It's quite an amazing feat to watch. It just seems a little bit absurd, but then again, it is Eurovision. Also, my favorite piece of trivia about this is that even though the song came out 30 years ago, it is still the last UK Eurovision entry to top the UK singles chart. No other song that has been entered by the United Kingdom into Eurovision has been ended up in like the top 10, top 20 since 1996. The song's legacy is fascinating because while it's not my favorite Eurodance track, we'll talk about that a little bit later on, it has a special little place in my heart, especially those synths at the start that show that if you can absolutely dominate a listener's ears, you can get them to listen to a whole song. It is incredible, and I give all of my love and support to Gina G and whatever she wants to do in the future. But it does beg the question,